Hi everyone, thanks for watching Dinner with Friends 2. So this evening I'm going to have a seafood platter, chicken curry with rice and naan bread, and a chocolate cherry terrine with creme fraiche. So I've just got the seafood platter ready, dead easy to do. I've got some prawns, some mackerel and some smoked salmon and some herrings, pickled herrings on 2 plates, and then some shredded lettuce and cucumber, and I'll just put a bit of French dressing on that and brown buttered bread. And in here I've got a couple of tablespoons of good mayonnaise with some chopped capers and lemon juice. So that's my starter. I'm just going to cover it with cling film and pop that in the fridge. Cover the bread, obviously leave it out. So the next thing that you'll see on the video, which I did actually yesterday, was to make the sauce for the curry, and also I made the chocolate cherry terrine because that needs overnight in the fridge. And then I'm going to put the chicken and the peppers in the curry sauce. I'm just going to make a curry sauce ready for my chicken curry that I'm going to make. So the first thing that I've done is I've got 550 grams of frozen onions. That's 4 large onions if you want fresh onions, but these are quite handy because they're chopped. And I've just sauteed them in a pan, and it took me about half an hour to get them to that stage, so they need to go nice and slow and properly cooked. I've got a can of tomatoes, a pack of fresh tomatoes, and a cup of water. And then in here is the spice paste that I'll be adding. I'm going to fry that up, and in that is I've just done that in obviously the food processor, was a full head of garlic, a full red chilli with seeds, fresh ginger, probably about 2 thumb sizes, and cumin, coriander, turmeric, about 8 cardamom seeds squashed. You just want the seeds, not the pod, and garam masala, so about 3 teaspoons of each. So I've blitzed that up, and that's what it looks like. You obviously put some oil in. I've put about 3 or 4 tablespoons of oil in there, not olive oil, sunflower oil, oil that has no taste, or vegetable oil. So I'm going to fry that up now. You don't want to put them in raw. Make sure your spices are fresh. Just let those gently fry for a couple of minutes. And in here I am going to add to the onions a can of tomatoes, and I've just rinsed out the can with this water, so I'm going to add a glass full of water, and also I'm going to put fresh tomatoes in. You can use big ones. These are just some that I had and I want to use up, and they'll soon pulp down. So I should put those in, let that come to the boil. That's going to take a good hour once I add the spices to make a nice curry sauce. And then you can, as I'm going to do later, I'm going to add chicken and peppers to it. But if you want to make the sauce, you could freeze it, and then you could make a fish curry, make a lamb curry, and then just take the bitterness of this. And I'll add some salt to this as well. And once this has had an hour cooking, I'll blitz it because I like it smooth. You don't have to. I'll add those to the sauce. Give it a good stir, and if I find it's reducing a bit too much, I'll just add another half a glass or a glass of water. But you want it quite thick and pulpy. You don't want it too watery. But as that comes to the boil now, I'll leave it for a simmer for an hour. So here's my chocolate and cherry fridge cake. Very simple but really good. 200 grams of dark chocolate, 1 tablespoon of syrup, and 120 grams of butter, preferably unsalted. They're melting in there. And 1 egg, whipped, 100 grams of amaretti biscuits, and 2 tablespoons of amaretti or kirsch, the liqueur, which I've broken them up and soaked them in there. 130 grams of walnuts, almonds and pistachios, and they're all crushed up with a rolling pin, and 100 grams of cherries. So you can use not cherry pie filling, but cherries. So actually these are frozen cherries that I've just defrosted, and I tipped the juice in here. You can use a jar of cherries as well, so the Morello cherries, and you need a loaf tin, and I've just lined that with cling film. So we're ready to go. It really just takes very little time. So it's all melted, and I'm just going to add those cherries to the amaretti biscuits that are soaked in. Well, this is amaretti, but you can use the cherry liqueur here. Just going to add the nuts. You need pistachios because they give you that little green hit, and it does look very nice when it pops out the tin. Give those a stir up, and make sure the chocolate is not, ooh, that's good, it's not too hot, because you're going to put the beaten egg in, and you don't want to scramble it, obviously. So just get that out, and also make sure that your chocolate is good quality, you know, 70, 80, 90. This is 90. Of chocolate flavour. Yeah. I'll just test that. It's quite cold, so I can put the egg in just before it's set. And then this will go in the fridge for at least 4 hours, or overnight if you want it to. And then you take it out and slice it. So this is for my, whoops, dinner with friends. So this is the dessert course, the pudding. There we go. All that needs to do is chill, and show you when it's ready to roll. So they're ready to go into the curry sauce, and I'm just frying some peppers up, red peppers. So here's the sauce that I made yesterday, and I'm just going to tip the peppers in. And chicken. And they will get to know each other for an hour, simmering away there. And then when that is ready, I will just put a couple of tablespoons of yogurt in there and some chopped coriander. In here I've got 2 cupfuls of rice with 3 cupfuls of water, and I've given that 7 minutes. It's just drying up now, so I will turn it off, and this is what I do with rice. Just put a tea towel on top and the lid, and that will steam and fluff up. So, job done. Dinner served. So I've got the seafood platter with a mixed salad and the chive mayonnaise to start with, and here's the curry that's just cooked and ready. So serve some of the chicken. Whoops, before I do that, put a couple of tablespoons of yogurt in the curry and a good handful of coriander. Stir that up. Ooh, delicious. Chicken curry. And that was so easy because I did the sauce yesterday, so really wasn't any trouble at all. And then the rice. see the rice is just as I said, nice and fluffy. 7 minutes, uses the water up and then put the cloth on the top. And so we'll just serve some rice with that. And a couple of naan breads. Oops. There we go. Some mango chutney, if you like. And then for dessert, I've just taken a slice of the chocolate and cherry cheesecake, served with creme fraiche, and these are just a couple of cherries that I soaked in the amaretti. So, really easy dinner with friends. Thanks for watching.